Oh, P. Diddy, no!
This is actually a true story because I only just remembered this the other day, but basically, when I was in 7th grade, all the 7th graders went on a school camp and were groups with people in their class. But one night, one of the 7th grade teachers got caught playing strip poker with his entire class because one of the students had to run down the hallway completely butt naked because he lost all his money. And so of course the teacher got fired, but for the longest time ever, I thought that was the craziest thing to ever happen at a school. But that was until I asked you guys to send in your own school confessions and realized they could get much, much worse. One time in school, there was a girl I really liked, so one time in class, she went to the toilet, so I went into the girl's toilet and hid in one of the stalls until she was done. And after she was done, I don't know why, but she forgot to flush, so I grabbed the poo just to smell it, and I forgot to wash my hands. So all day, I was smelling like poo. It was only a tiny poo. So I put the poo in my bag, but then the teacher did a bag check. And so before she looked into my bag, I took it out with my hand and held it, and then when she was done, I put it back in the bag so I could goon to it when I got home. What is wrong with you? You're gonna goon to a tiny piece of poo? Like, poo? Are you even sure that was her poo? Like, what if she went to the toilet to do a wee, but like the person before her did a poo, and so that was actually someone else's poo, and she didn't flush the toilet either because she felt guilty for flushing someone else's poo. And so this entire time, you could have been gooning to someone else's poo. Like, that wasn't necessarily your crush's poo. It might not have been her poo. And what are you gonna do to goon to it? Like, you're just gonna put the poo on like a little, like on your desk and just stare at it as you goon to it? That would stink so bad. Like, that would be the most uncomfortable goon session of all time. But I mean, how is it your first thought? Let's just say hypothetically your crush really did forget to flush the toilet and it was her poo in there. Why is it your first thought to grab the poo, you're gonna fish it out of the toilet with your hand and take it home? What is wrong with you? You need some help. You actually genuinely need some help. There is something wrong with your brain. When I was in 9th grade, I had a really hot English teacher. I really admired her and daydreamed about her every day. I was 14 and she was about 33 at the time, and no one knew I was that attracted to her. She had a husband, but I didn't care. Every day I would do something to impress her in class. I wrote poems about her, and over time I couldn't take it anymore, and so I ended up taking sneaky pictures of her in class. And at home, when my parents were asleep, I took out a body pillow that I made from the pictures of her, flipped it to the side with the hole cut out of it, and I'm not gonna say what I did next, but you can imagine what I did. I did this every night until I was moving out to go to college, and my mom was helping me clean my room because it would take ages to clean it, and then she accidentally found the body pillow and screamed. It turns out the teacher used to babysit me. I never gooned again. Bro, are you actually genuinely serious? You made your own homemade body pillow using pictures of your teacher? So every day you would take a new picture of her. So on day 1 you take a picture of her face, and then you print out that picture of her face and you stick it onto the face of the body pillow. And then day 2 you take a picture of her legs, her thighs, her calves, her feet, and then you stick every picture to like every part of the body pillow. And then you have a special hole cut into the back of it, and you're gonna insert your dingling in there and give her the most aggressive back shots. And you did this for 4 years, so you were moving out to go to college. I think college is like after you're 18. So you did this for 4 years. 4 years of this. I feel like that is insanely creepy. Is that not creepy? Like, imagine if someone did that to you. Imagine you found out some random dude that you know, like, has a body pillow with pictures of you stuck onto it, and he gives you back shots every single night. She had a husband, but you did not care a single bit. You could have shared the body pillow with her husband, honestly. I think you need some help. You actually genuinely need some help. I really like this guy called Ryan, so when me and my friend went to his place to play some games, I found one of Ryan's boxes laying on the ground. They were Minecraft edition. So I took them, put it in my purse, and then left so I could sniff them. Then at a later day, he came to my place so we could do the frickety, but he pushed my pillow aside, and underneath was the boxes that I've been sniffing for the past 2 months. Then it felt like time had stopped, with him slowly moving his head to make eye contact, asking if it was his. Immediately, before he could even confirm his suspicions, I cut him off and told him yes. But in a crazy turn of events, he whispers in my ear and says that's kinda hot. Afterwards, we have a good time doing it. Okay, buddy. That is insanely creepy. I'm surprised he was cool with it. But what's with the extra detail? There were Minecraft edition underwear. Didn't this turn you off? Like, you were still willing to frick him even though he wore Minecraft undies? But I mean, you have a problem. You are a bit of a creep. No offense. You put his underwear in your purse and you sniffed them every single day for 2 months? That is disgusting. Like, what do you get out of doing that? You just smell it, and it probably smells disgusting. He has his dingling in there. I feel like this is slightly questionable. This is definitely not normal behavior. I live in Norway, so the winter is super cold, and it started when my school was having a ski trip and my friend had a foot fetish. So when we took a break, my friend snuck up on some girl who was putting her feet in the snow, and my friend started sucking on her feet. Bro, that is assault. That is genuinely assault. That is assault. I feel like as your friend's friend, you should take him aside and just inform him. That is just unacceptable behavior. So as soon as her girl removes her socks to, just relieve herself in the snow, just put her feet in the snow like a normal person, your friend just slithers like a snake, like a crocodile, just rushes up to her, just grabs her foot, just starts sucking on it like an icy pole. That would have tasted disgusting as well, because I assume if you're going on a ski trip, you'd probably wear a lot of layers, a lot of thick socks, and usually people wear too many layers, and so they get like kind of sweaty underneath their clothes. And so her feet would be hella sweaty, like hella sweaty, and your friend's just sucking up all the sweat. You're sucking her feet dry. That is insane. I think that is slightly questionable behavior. I accidentally killed my 6th grade teacher. When I was in 6th grade, I had a very strict teacher. She screamed all the time and didn't let us do anything. She even used to get mad at us when someone coughed. Anyways, it was break time and me and my friends were talking about how much we hated that teacher. That's when one of them had a plan on how to get revenge on her. Basically, we would wait until she left class and download a virus on the class computer, then blame her for it in an attempt to get her fired. She did catch us sometimes, but eventually we managed to download something. Since we were only in 6th grade, we didn't really know what virus to download, so we just searched up jump scare virus download or something like that in Google and clicked on the first link. When the day came, our teacher probably went to school earlier because after we came, the principal informed us that she had passed away due to a heart attack. I still don't know if this was because of the virus or because of something else. Bro, you might actually be a murderer. You gave her such a big jump scare with a jump scare virus that she actually died from a heart attack? That is insane. That is actually insane. How old was the teacher? She must have been like hella old for that to happen. That is horrible. Like, I get that you hate your teacher, but like, you don't have to kill them. I think you guys need some help. You actually need some help. You might need to go to jail as well. So I was in class normally when my teacher, hot as frick, bent over. She was wearing a skirt. My dingling got rock hard and I took a picture of her underwear. My face also turned red, so she saw something was going on. Then I asked her to go to the bathroom and started gooning to the picture. After the goon session, I went home, but for some reason my mum searched my phone and photos and she saw the photos of the teacher and told it to her. She got really mad and I got expelled and I got grounded for like 6 months. So moral of the story, don't goon to your hot teacher. I don't think anyone was going to do this. You didn't have to teach us this moral of the story. This is not a normal thing to do. Like, no one thinks of this. If your teacher accidentally bends over and is wearing a skirt and you can see her underwear, I feel like the most appropriate thing to do is just turn away. Just pretend you don't see us. Instead of whipping out your phone and taking a photo, just ignore it. Because they have this issue in like Japan as well. Like on trains, people take photos of people like their skirt, like up their skirts and everything. I'm pretty sure that's illegal as well. Like that is illegal. But the fact that you went straight to the bathroom to goon to the picture, what is wrong with you? I'm glad you got expelled. That is bro. If I was a teacher and a student did that to me, I don't even know what I would think. You need some help. You need some therapy. You actually need some therapy. Stop doing that. If someone's like reveals their underwear to you, do not take a photo of it. So in 1st grade, my teacher, Mr. Downey, was very annoying as she frequently hit and threatened us with slapping us with rulers. And I was fed up, so I went to the bathroom and poo-pooed and wiped my ass and took the toilet paper back to class and hid it outside the classroom door. I was planning to wipe it on her bag, but I saw her chocolate and thought it was a good place to put it. So when she left to go to the printer, I took the hidden crusty poo-poo and wiped it on her chocolate and bag. I got expelled. I mean, what else were you expecting? If you're gonna wipe your poo on your teacher's chocolate, realistically, what else were you expecting apart from a massive expulsion? But I mean, your teacher is frequently hitting the students. Isn't that what they did in the olden days? I swear if they do that these days, that counts as like assault, isn't it? But how did they catch you doing this? Like, sure, like one of the students probably snitched on you. But yeah, this is slightly questionable behavior. In grade 7, we had an incident called the PP leak incident, where there was an anonymous student picturing the private areas of other students while they used the school bathroom, and then posting it to random other students. I received the picture, but I just blocked the number. Personally, I did not like our school bathroom because it always smelled like poo-poo. But one day I went to our school bathroom the first time in that month, and I saw 2 people in the bathroom. One at the sink and one in the stall. So I went in the stall and pulled out my phone and recorded every inch of the stall I'm in, when suddenly a phone from the stall next door peeked out underneath my stall, and I recorded it. So then I went outside the stall and recorded the outside of the store next to mine, and he begged me not to snitch and he'll give me $20 for it. I took the money, but apparently someone else also saw the entire thing and he got caught. Apparently the dude near the sink went into another store and recorded the guy attempting to picture my parts. Jesus. That is extremely creepy. I'm glad he got caught. It would have been extremely concerning if he never got caught and he got away with it and he kept picturing everyone's dinglings and just sending it to everyone. What type of school do you even go to? Like, how do these people even like exist? But also, why were you recording from inside your stall as well? Like, you went into the stall to go to the toilet and then you started recording your stall. Like, what were you expecting to record? Like, were you expecting him to like come out of nowhere? Did you go on an investigation and were you trying to catch him? But anyways, I feel like, yeah, that guy who did the PP leak incident, he definitely either needs some help or he needs to get out of that school and go straight to jail. I was trying to find the class of that girl I liked in the 4th grade, and I finally found her class, and I started smelling the clothes she had prepared for the swimming lesson, but the teacher saw me and I was grounded for 5 months. I mean, that is insanely creepy. Like, first of all, you're stalking your girl. Like, you're just trying to desperately find what class she's in. And you're not even doing that to try find her. You're doing that to find her clothes that she prepared after the swimming lesson. And then you're just gonna go try sniff it? Bro, honestly, I'm glad you got grounded for 5 months. This is insanely creepy behavior. This is slightly questionable. So as I was walking to school, it had rained the night before, so there was a huge puddle of mud. And for the record, I didn't have any conflict with this guy, but he was also a walker. Since I had my headphones in, I didn't hear him approaching. All I felt was a sharp pain, as if he had stabbed me, and when I looked around, he had indeed shanked me with a sharpened pencil. As I was starting to black out, I remembered medical safety procedures from my time in Boy Scouts. I did not remove the pencil, but instead kept it there. And instead, I grabbed the pencil from my own bag, which he did not see because he was turning to walk away. I stabbed him in the back, and he let out a cry and fell into the puddle of mud I was talking about earlier. But at this point, I'm in serious pain and starting to black out again, and so I call 911 to get help, and my mother ends up suing the child's mum, but unfortunately she does not win. But now the kid and I are forsaken enemies, and I have not had an interaction with him since. Jesus Christ, are you from the UK? How does this random kid you've never interacted with, he just comes out of nowhere, stabs you in the back with a pencil? I mean, I'm glad it wasn't anything worse than that. Like, he could have just shot you, or he could have just stabbed you with like an actual proper kitchen knife. I feel like that kid, yeah, definitely he has some problems. He has some mental problems. I hope your mom just drove you to school for the rest of the year. But yeah, that guy who stabbed you definitely needs some sort of help. There's this autistic guy in my school that's autistic. One day, when I was going back to class with my friend, he was at the railing and was just standing there doing nothing. He was supposed to be at class already, and so I didn't know why he was there. Moments later, I see the girls underneath him screaming. Turns out he had pulled down his pants and underwear and shoved his dingling between the railings. Luckily, I'd already passed him, so I didn't get traumatized. He also paid a girl to let him see her you-know-what. I think it was $50 or $100 or something. Okay, I mean, first of all, there's an autistic guy in my school that's autistic. I mean, what? There's an autistic guy in my school who's autistic. I mean, what an insane surprise. But I mean, goddamn, he just whips out his dingling, shoves it between the railings, and just waves it around, does the helicopter. I mean, yeah, just traumatizing the girls. I mean, that's illegal, isn't it? Exposing yourself to like a woman in public or anything. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. And to pay $100 to see a girl's like either their bobs or lasagna, bro, that is, yeah, I mean, that is some next level desperateness. I think he needs some help. I think he might need some help. One day when I was hiking up a mountain, I was having lunch and I got bored, so I threw a rock down the mountain. But later I found out while watching the news that an old guy got hit in the head with a rock on the mountain and died. The worst part is that I passed the guy earlier, and when I threw the rock, I thought about how funny it would be if I hit him. It wasn't funny. I mean, of course it wasn't funny. You just killed a man. And I assume you didn't even get caught for it either. And so this is why you should never throw random rocks down cliffs, because you don't know who it could hit down below. Because in your case, it hit some random old guy and it genuinely killed him. He's dead. You killed him. If they linked it back to you, you could be charged, definitely charged with manslaughter. I think this is very slightly questionable behavior. Why do you think of throwing stuff down a hill when you can't even see where it's going to land? I once clogged the toilets when I put too much toilet paper in it. Then someone found out and they did an investigation. They had 2 suspects, me and a kid who had an unstable stomach. The reason why they suspected us is because we walked in at similar times to the incident and they looked at it on CCTV. Of course, I blamed it on the kid and they had to pay $500 because it was a complex clog. I feel bad for that kid. Jesus, that is hella immoral. But I mean, fair enough, bro. He's the perfect culprit. He has an unstable stomach to begin with. Like, he probably has IBS, like irritable bowel syndrome. And so, of course, he's going to be like having to use a lot of toilet paper. But I mean, bro, $500 to fix it? Does it really cost $500 to fix a clogged toilet? Like, whenever I clog the toilet at home, all you have to do is push the toilet paper further into the toilet and flush it. Like, you just gotta put your hand in there, grab the toilet paper, and just push it further in. And so I don't know who they are paying $500 to remove that toilet paper. I guarantee they're only paying some random guy $30 to remove it, and then they're pocketing the $470 extra. But I mean, honestly, this is more on the calm side. Of course, you shouldn't blame it on some random guy. You should own up to it, but it's not that questionable. Back then, I had a girl confess to me, and I said yes, but 2 days later, she said she was joking. Her friend was nice and comforted me, and so after a few months, I confessed to her. I got rejected. So I turned to the other friend who was really nice, and we were really close. But one day, she had to move to another school, so we started chatting, but my classmate took my phone and confessed to her, pretending it was me, so she blocked me. That's how I got rejected by my group of friends, and how I lost my girl best friend. Bro, I mean... why, like, what were you expecting? I'm pretty sure the only reason why you were friends with these girls were because, you know, you eventually wanted to slide in. Isn't that kind of messed up though? Because, like, they're not really expecting anyone to slide in. They're expecting a friend from you. But then you have this, like, hidden motive. Like, they have no idea. They have no idea what is happening. But secretly, you're just trying to slide into her pants. I feel like that's a little bit messed up, honestly. And so next time, I feel like, bro, just be friends with people for genuine reasons. And if you have a crush on a girl, just, like, let them know. Like, let them know you're interested. You want to go on a date or something, because then they're gonna get mixed signals. If you're just gonna say, oh, I just want to be your friend, and then you try slide in, like, it's so confusing. Like, it's just better to be straight up, like, straight up from the very beginning. Just say, like, I'm into you. I want to, like, do you want to go on a date? Because then at least you don't have to waste, like, how many years? Like, you're gonna waste a few months talking to this other person, and then you confess to her, and then, like, she doesn't like you. You could have just done this in one day. Like, you could have just done, like, bang, done, over and done with, one day. Like, now you know you got rejected, move on to the next person. But instead, a few months. So that means you can only chat to 4 girls in a single year. Instead of chatting to 365 different girls in a single year, you are limited to 4 in a single year. But anyways, this is a pretty calm confession. Nothing insanely wrong with this.